Hey everybody, it's me again. I just wanted to show my new purchase that I made. Actually, it's not new anymore. I bought it about a month ago. It's the Sig P320. It's the Sig striker fire version of the P250, and I just wanted to do a little short review on it, and maybe a comparison between this and the Sig 250. But this right here turned out to be a pretty good gun. If I had to compare it with the Glock, I would say this is going to be a pretty good competition for Sig up against the Glock. The trigger is pretty good. I've only shot 150 rounds through it, 100 rounds of Winchester white box, and a couple of rounds of various reloads I have laying around, and a couple of Hornady critical defense, just to see how it does. And I must say it was a wonderful gun. It shoots good. I like it. And short reset, everything's good on it. And I'm pretty happy with the purchase. There's one thing I didn't like about purchasing this gun, is that for some reason mine only come with one magazine. Everywhere I've found it online in places, everybody else got two mags with theirs, and I just got one. Luckily, Sig is running that special where I get 2 free mags and a Sig bag with the purchase of any gun at a certain time. So I have two mags on its way, so that's not too bad. This gun here is the 320 full size 9 with the night sights on it, and it's a great gun. Trigger, as you can see here, let me see if I can get it. Just that little bit of take up there. There's the trigger pull. Here's the reset. So it's pretty good. So it's got a short reset, real good trigger. This is probably the best striker fire trigger that I've had so far. I would say Glock would come in second on this personally. I like the way it feels in my hand. This one here is the full size medium grip. This is the way it came, and my little short fingers, it fits pretty good in my hand. I like the way it feels. So, and I'm happy with it. And this one here, 17 round mag, easy to take apart. There's not really much to it. No malfunctions at all. And I can and bringing out this. Now this is a Sig P250 that I just got the other day. I traded with a friend of mine. This is the 9 compact version, and it also has a medium frame, but for some reason this one, I don't know if it's because it's a little longer, but it feels a little bit skinnier in hand. But this one's not bad at all. I like the way this feels. Like I say, this is the 250, and as you can see, it looked like, you know, it looked like they used the same slide or so, and just put a plate on the back to cover where the striker fire is. But they're pretty much identical pistols. Now, one thing I did notice, I don't know, someone had made a comment that the slides are actually the slide looks smaller, and they're the same width as what they did on this one. They it's beveled on the ends, so it make it look like it's slimmer, where this one's just square. Other than that, you can see where the sights are different. These use regular Sig sights. This one, you have to get the Sig P250 sights. I guess it look like the front sights are about the same. This one, the Sig P250 has the contrast sights on the back, and this one has the Sig night sights. And the P250, I shoot it pretty good. I kind of like it because I shoot revolvers, and this gun here is pretty close to revolver feel, and I like that it's pretty tight take up. Actually, if you look, you know, there's not much difference in the little take up on this, but it's this is the smooth trigger. Let's safety check it, make sure before I pull that trigger anymore. But I knew it was empty. I just wanted to see it. But anyway. It's a long trigger pull, but it's smooth and quick. Matter of fact, it's actually smoother and better than most revolvers that I have, except my Ruger GP100. But it's real smooth. I don't have a problem keeping on target with this little pistol. I shot it before I bought it. Like I said, I traded a friend of mine, so I know it shoots good. The mag from the 320, and as you probably already know, fits in here. And Sig makes an adapter base plate that will fill up this gap if you buy it separate. So the mag fits, and let me put those out of the way. And in comparison, I'll show you what this one looks like on the inside. And as usual, you know, it takes apart just like the other Sigs. You don't have to dry fire it to get it to fall back. Now this one's still a little dirty because I didn't really clean it right after I shot it. But that's what it looks like on the inside. You got your recoil spring, which is pretty nice. I like the way they do their springs on that barrel. I like the fact that when I bought this gun, I didn't have to do any cleaning. They didn't have all Sig didn't put all that oil and crap in it. So this, in case you're wondering what the internals look like on the Sig 320, this is it. And this comes out pretty good. Let's see if I can get it out of here. I've only had it out once. There we go. Lift up on it. There's the internal. And I'm going to pull the other one out here in a minute. And they look pretty much the same. Sig calls this the firing control unit. And the difference that I noticed is that the striker fire has this part over here. I don't know what you would call it. I'm not a gunsmith, but I do notice this is different on this piece here, and that's what it looks like there. Now I'm gonna set this aside. This is all the parts for my 320, and we're gonna take a look at the 250 here. Same way. Now this spring is a little different, but it is captured. Right there, as you can see, the slide is made a little different than that one. As you know, this is the hammer fired. So here's the comparison of the two slides together, what they look like. Let's see if you can see them. Alright, I'm looking at them there. They're pretty close together. Not bad. We'll put that there, put that there. Spring over here for that one. This one takes apart the same way. Okay. And here's the firing control unit for this one. Now, in comparison, this is what they look like. As you can see, these two here look like the same kind of trigger, basically. There's probably a slight difference, I noticed. But as you can see, this piece here is different on that. Okay. And on the other side, it's still the same. I'll cover up my serial number there, but as you can see, they're pretty close. They're still the same setup. But I'm gonna tell you what I did notice, and now it don't look as apparent. But when the 250's in there, this part here looks a lot thicker than the 320. But looking at them together now, they don't look far off from each other. And as you can tell, they put this here in place of the hammer, and this is what it looks like on the bottom. So they're pretty close. Sig did a good job. I kind of like the way you can take this out, and it's easy cleaning. And the other videos I've seen on the 250 where, you know, if you can buy the slimmer trigger and this thing comes out real easy. I think the guy only took maybe less than 5 minutes to change his trigger out. It's just not much machine work you have to do to it. Alright, now since I got this out, I was curious to see if my 250 will fit into this housing of the 320. I'm gonna see here. Like I said, this is my first time ever having this part, comparing them, so bear with me. Let's see if I can fit. And it does. It fits in the frame. Slaps right in. And like I said, now this, if I had the slide that would fit on this, it would work perfect. But, you know, but the compact slide won't fit on top of this because of it's longer. The frame is longer, but it does fit. So they didn't change much on they didn't change anything on the frames, as you can tell. What they did, they pretty much copied it and put a block on it, changed the trigger group a little bit. I'm gonna see if the 320 fits into the 250 case, which I'm pretty sure it will, and it does. Slides right down in there, and see, it even fits right there. So the frames are the same. So if anybody has a frame and want to change your 320, you can use the 250 grip frame, but you probably have to find the slide separate. So that's a little information for somebody to know. So all in all, very good gun. I like the fact that it doesn't take long to get these guns back together once you take them apart. Just snaps back in. There we go. Come on now. Like I said, I hadn't done this too many times, so bear with me. Alright. I think this is like my second time doing it, actually. So I'm just curious, is that turned in all the way? No, it don't look like it's going all the way through. Let me make sure. Now, see, now the only problem is I hope I didn't get these mixed up and there's a difference between these two. Let's see. No. Okay. I did now. For viewers out there, I just found the difference. I did have the right thing in there, because if you can see here in this video, there's a little slant there, and right here on this it's slanted, so I did have the right one. So you can't get those mixed up, because you have to, the only way to get that in there, you'll have to turn it a certain way and push it. Okay. Now of course, when I tried this before, it slid together pretty good. Now I'm on camera, now it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. Now it's in there the way it's supposed to be. Okay, because it wasn't sitting flat before. Alright, of course if you do this more often, you wouldn't have any trouble putting this thing together. But like I said, I shot it, I've only shot one round, you know, one session with it, about 150 rounds or so. I really didn't clean it. Alright, that one's back together. And the 250, put them back together. Man, I hate I didn't have any video for you. I hadn't had time. I've been working on the house, so I hadn't had time to really get out and get any videos going. I thought I'd throw this together real quick, just to compare the two. But now, one thing about it, this recoil spring seems a little flimsy. It don't seem as sturdy as the 320 spring, but like I said, this one didn't have any malfunctions either, so I guess, you know, the spring is okay. So go put it back, slide it back together. Alright, and like I said, later on I'll get a video of these two together, or at least the 320 showing you it shooting. And I like the gun. It's very accurate. I don't have to fight to get this trigger. I didn't catch myself flinching, you know, trying to pull it. So I like the way it shoots. It shoots point of aim. I didn't have to do that 6 o'clock hold or anything like that. Not for me. So it shot pretty good. It had real good groups on it. Now the 250, I shot good groups, but you know, of course, it's double action, a little more spread out. But they were still, I still got all, you know, center mass and everything. But it, you know, you can't get it. I couldn't get it as tight, but I was real pleased the way I was shooting it. There's somebody calling. All right. Well, I guess that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks.